All right, so many couples are not having sex. That's right. So we even estimate that 1 in 4 couples are actually in sexless relationships. So when we really look at it, and as I've been working with couples, I've found that oftentimes the problem is something that's unsaid that's really simple, right? So we can do all these things to boost sex drive. We can make you harder. We can help you get stiffer. But if we do all of that, and you have no one to have sex with, then how have we really won if the goal is to kind of help people stay together, right? So here's the thing. My personal and partner sexual swag assessment tool will get you there. Here's kind of a brief overview of the way it works, right? So anytime you want an evaluation, we always want to know how we're doing, right? So during sex, what do? We look, we listen, we try to listen for cues as to whether or not the person is actually enjoying themselves, right? You know, you like moaning and you like groaning and you like people to give you feedback, right? But sometimes you just can't tell. So this assessment tool I've been using for years to help couples have more sex. So what it does is you evaluate yourself first, right? So you evaluate yourself and your partner evaluates themselves, right? So you go through and you evaluate your attitude about sex, your hygiene, you know, when you want to have sex, your initiation techniques. You go through, you evaluate your own personal foreplay techniques and your sexual technique. Then, after you've done all that, you go and evaluate your partner's sexual swag, right? How are they doing with their attitude? Do they want to be there or do they not? You know, are they doing it just because you asked? Then you're evaluating their hygiene. Is there something that could smell differently or taste differently, right? And what about initiation technique? Are they initiating things? Would you like it if they did more of it? And what happens with this assessment tool is it opens up the dialogue for you guys to have those conversations that are so hard to have, right? Say those things that you've had so much trouble doing. Now, the cool thing about the tool is you can either use it as a PDF and kind of edit on it on your tablet or your phone, or you can actually print it out. So I always advocate for like a date night, you know, where you two spend time, have a cocktail, do whatever you guys do to relax, maybe even in the hot tub. If you're in the hot tub, don't take your phone in there, but use this as an opportunity to assess yourself, to assess your partner, and then you guys share the data, you share the information, you read it back and forth so that the two of you can start to create a plan where you are having better sex, more frequent sex, and that you guys are actually starting to enjoy each other sexually even more. All right. So this tool is really great for people who maybe want to have sex more often and can't figure out how to get your partner on board. Or maybe you guys used to have sex all the time, but you're just not having it like that, like you used to. It's also extremely useful for people who are in a sexless relationship. You just never ever have sex, right? So let's get to the bottom of the whys. Because if you know me, you know I like to get to the bottom of the issue so that we can fix that issue, right? Because I know that couples stay together longer if they're enjoying each other sexually, if you guys are in the throes of passion periodically. So go ahead and download this form, this tool, and then share it with your partner, right? Send them a copy. And either the two of you do it together on date night or you do it separately and then you share. The big part of this is that you've got to share it because the whole goal is for us to put stuff out there in the open that's been really hard to say and really hard to communicate. When your partner tells you, or when you tell your partner, hey, I want to have more sex, it's not necessarily because you want to get off more. It's really because you want to feel connected. You want to feel like somebody cares. You want to feel like someone is really attracted to you. Otherwise, it's easy to get distracted, right? We got tons of Facebook friends, tons of Instagram friends, and there are people at the grocery store waiting. So let's, instead of jumping from relationship to relationship, getting involved in a cheating scandal, let's work on what we've already got. All right. And this is the best place to start. So text me and let me know if you have any questions. I'm here for it.